Christina here for Card Player TV for another edition of Strategy. Today we're going to talk about when the antes kick in a tournament. We caught up with Mohsin Charania, also known as Chicago Cards, to talk about it.
You should probably just start raising more hands because there's dead money in the pot. And then in a tournament like this where there's a lot of qualifiers, I'm guessing they didn't pay the 10K to get in, so they're going to play really tight. And since there's dead money in there, you should probably just start opening a lot more pots because there's incentive to do it. And you could probably raise a little bit. I'd say probably, I raise a little bit less, but I mean, it all depends. You could raise a little bit more too at the same time. Probably might want to because there's more antes in play.
Would you say that you also need to play more hands and call more hands because of the incentive of the antes?
You should probably raise more hands and 3-bet, like re-raise more hands because of the incentive, but not really call more hands, if that makes sense. Unless you're in position, then I guess it's fine.
Okay.
But
do you need to make your 3-betting size bigger because of the odds that the raiser is going to get to call your 3-bet?
Yeah, and in a tournament like this where there's a lot of qualifiers and stuff, they'll generally call the 3-bets like out of position with smaller pairs, even though they're not getting the right odds. Or like they'll call with like ace-jack or whatever, and they'll miss a lot of flops. So you could 3-bet bigger, in theory, and then they'll probably fold. Like they'll probably call the 3-bet, like making mathematical errors, and then have to fold the flop.
Do you think that inexperienced players make the mistake of not valuing the pre-flop steal because they might get short stacked and they'll realize they're losing so many chips when the antes start kicking in? Do you see players making that mistake?
Yeah, I mean, I do it sometimes, but I could see players doing it where they just blind out and they don't realize how much they're losing in antes, as opposed to when the blinds there were no antes because they're not really losing any chips until they go on the blind. So yeah, it probably happens a lot more than you would think.
And one more question: do you think that it might be a good idea to build a tight table image when there's no antes because there's a less of an incentive, like you said, to be raising and playing a lot of hands?
Yeah, like 100%. You could probably play. Theoretically, in a tournament, you could probably play really tight early anyway, since there's no incentive. And then yeah, that's like 100% true. You could play really tight, and then when there's antes, start raising a lot, and people would probably just think you're getting hands.